Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the last edition of Ashland 2-Night News of the semester. Today is Thursday, April 26, 2007, and here's a look at today's top stories.
Well, last week the FCS 430 class put on a fashion show. We'll show you the latest trends coming up.
And we'll also let you know all the ways the Ashland University's Career Development Center can help you in your internship or job search.
And we sat down with Safety Services to discuss the emergency policies for AU. More on that next.
And SpringFest has finally arrived. We'll fill you in on what is all going on around campus. I'm Janelle Klein.
And I'm Miranda Hover. You're watching Ashland Tonight News for local coverage you care about. Stay tuned, it's all coming up next. Well, as an AU student, you are probably looking for a way to make sure you get a job someday, and an internship is a great way to start. TV2's Shane O'Neill has the details.
Beginning to appear and the semester is drawing to a close, many students are busy preparing for a summer internship. Fortunately, the Career Development Center is here to offer students helpful resources while searching for internships.
Two that come to mind right off would be our e-recruiting system and our Cleveland Intern system. Right now in Cleveland Intern, there are about 350 active internships available for students from all academic areas.
Students can also check out the Career Development Center's website and explore the many different resources that are available to them there. No matter what a student is studying, the CDC encourages all students to participate in an internship program.
It gives them the opportunity to take the learning that has taken place in the classroom and take it out into the field, test the waters, learn more.
Senior Andrew Goldsworth learned the value of an internship while working with Radio Disney last summer.
No, it was definitely worth giving it a shot, and you learn a lot how the business works.
Students are encouraged to schedule an appointment with the CDC for anything from help finding an internship to perhaps gaining some valuable advice while preparing for one.
And so really use it as an opportunity to gain as much experience as possible and leave the best lasting impression possible.
So if you're planning on pursuing an internship, a great place to start your search is at the Career Development Center. Reporting for Ashland Tonight News, I'm Shane O'Neill.
Thanks, Shane. Well, despite the rainy weather, SpringFest has commenced. The Campus Activity Board, also known as CAB, has lots of fun events for you to attend this weekend. Tonight starts off the weekend with a blacklight dance in Redwood from 9 to 12 p.m. It is also a whiteout, so make sure you're dressed in all your white clothes. On Friday is the SpringFest Comedy Club. Comedians you've seen on Last Comic Standing, Dan Adhut and Kareth Foster will be here in Redwood at 9 p.m. And on Sunday, sand volleyball will be taking place on the quad at 1 p.m. as well as fun blow-up toys for big kids and a tug-of-war and 10 pounds of green Jell-O. Be sure to come out and join in on all the fun.
Well, last week, the FCS 430 fashion promotion class put on the first Dare to Stare fashion show held in Upper Combo. Class members split up into teams dealing with merchandise, models, promotion, and staging, along with a director and co-director. The 20 models wore merchandise from the AU Bookstore, Target, Deb, and Ralph Lauren, just to name a few. The event was successful with over 350 in attendance, including guests of honor, Holly and Fred Finks. Thanks to numerous donations, over $500 was raised, and all proceeds went to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Well, coming up next, we'll let you know who the 2007 Ashland Small Business Award went to.
Stay tuned.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Welcome back. Well, in just a few short weeks, AU seniors will walk across the stage to accept their diplomas, and more than a few will still be looking for that first job once they graduate, much like myself. But as Carrie Hubbard reports, there's still hope for seniors in the middle of their search.
I'm very nervous to graduate and to find a job because I don't have one lined up quite yet, but I would say I'm more excited than nervous.
Graduation is around the corner, and many Ashland seniors are still hunting for jobs, but the Career Development Center is more than willing to help students reach their career goals.
We genuinely want to assist students, and we're finding, I think in some cases, that if students are seniors and they haven't done much to prepare for their job search, that in some cases they're embarrassed to come in to say, here I am, and think that we're going to scold them or say that, you should have been here sooner. The truth is we just want to help, and so students should come in regardless of where they are in the job search process.
The Career Development Center offers a variety of different services to help all students with their career process.
We work with students from their freshman year with the career decision-making and job search process. We certainly hope students do not wait until they're seniors to come into the office, but if they do, we're very happy to still work with them. Resume and cover letter development, mock interviews would be some really great basics. We have a web-based e-recruiting system where we do post positions, and we also have employers that will look through that database for candidates.
Some undergraduate students may feel that they do not need to think about their career search, but the Career Development Center would suggest differently.
I think the greatest advice would be to start early, and if you're sitting there saying, I didn't, so now what do I do, know that we are here to help you throughout the whole entire process, and we actually work with Ashland University graduates. So once you've graduated, you are still welcome to come back to the office to use the services.
The Career Development Center is located on the second floor of the Student Center. Just stop in and make an appointment. I am Carrie Hubbard, reporting for TV2 News.
Thanks, Carrie. Well, local business is getting some much-deserved recognition. Hillman Precision Machining was named this year's Small Business of the Year. The award is given out annually by the Ashland County Chamber of Commerce. Hillman Precision has been in Ashland since 1991. They ship parts to businesses here in Ashland as well as Japan, Sweden, and Mexico. The Beer Barrel, Drive-Thru, Housekeeping by Heather and Company, and the Old Parsonage were also nominated for the award.
After the shootings at Virginia Tech last Monday, many colleges around the nation, including Ashland, have been discussing what they can do to help prevent similar attacks from taking place. Ashland Tonight's Brittany Lee has the story.
When Ashland University students first heard about the shootings at Virginia Tech, they had mixed emotions. But they also began to wonder if a similar incident could happen on the AU campus.
I was scared and fearful for the ones that were at Virginia Tech. I think it could happen here because it only takes that one time.
I don't think it could happen at Ashland. It's always a possibility, but I don't think it'll happen here. We're not as big of a school, and everybody here seems to know everybody and kind of know what's going on with everybody's life.
According to David McLaughlin of Safety Services, there is an emergency plan in place and it is posted on AU's website. However, when the shootings occurred, members of Safety Services met to reanalyze the plan and see if it could be improved.
We have on Ashland University what we call a compliance committee, and we met, as a matter of fact, last Wednesday, a week ago today, and we reviewed the plan. There weren't any changes made at this point to our emergency operations plan. However, it was reviewed, as we review anytime we have an emergency on campus. There are a few things that we're looking at that have been bumped up as far as timelines, and one of those is emergency notification to the students. We've seen that in the last few years an exploding number of students who now use their cell phones pretty much exclusively and don't even use their room phones anymore. So in order to reach those students, we've looked at instant text messaging for the students.
If an emergency situation were to take place, it is very important that students know how to react.
I've had people say, well, why don't you pull a fire alarm? Well, you don't want to pull a fire alarm, to evacuate a building. You don't want to pull a fire alarm if there's a guy in the hallway with a gun, because then you're going to have everybody coming out in the hallway, and it's going to create a bigger problem. So that's noted in the plan too.
Although it is unlikely that an event like the Virginia Tech shootings could happen here on AU's campus, there are extra precautions that faculty members and the students are taking every day to prevent this from happening. I'm Brittany Lee reporting from Ashland Tonight News.
Thanks, Brittany. Stay tuned. Michelle Floor will be here with your weather report next.
And Brian Vale will also be here to heat things up with AU Sports. Don't go away.
Every trip, every time.
California, here I come!
Buckle up so you and your friends get home safely.
I must scream into the world from the top of someplace very high.
Seatbelts save lives.
Okay.
Visit nhtsa.gov.
Low and slow. Best friend, what are you going to do?
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
That is spectacular advice.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas.
False.
True.
It's true?
It's a natural gas?
The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon.
False.
False.
True. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer.
False.
It's true.
Oh. I'm totally surprised. I never would have thought of that.
I don't even know where to go to have it checked.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
If I don't take care of it, nobody else will.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth.
Fight tooth decay.
Floss your teeth.
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
My pot of gold, your daddy's little girl, till heaven home.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Michelle Flora here with your weather update. Well, during this past week, temperatures have steadily been declining, and with that, we've seen some precipitation. And let's go ahead and take a look at what our forecast has for us. Down here in the south, we have a high pressure system coming out of the south-southeast out of Georgia that has been merging with this low pressure system right here, and this is going to create the most amount of precipitation for us. If we look onto our next map, we can see precipitation stretching all the way from Maine
down through Pennsylvania, New York area, and the Ohio region, and down even through Indiana, we can all expect to see about 2 to 3 inches of precipitation. The good news is snow is out of the picture for now, so we do not have to worry about that. But let's go on to our thunderstorm radar and see if we have any thunderstorms. Right here we can see some thunderstorms brewing out in the west, with our most centralized storms and severe storms right through the band of Ohio down through Georgia and where our pressure system is moving up from. We can expect some other less severe storms around the area. Tonight we have an 80% chance of thunderstorms with possible hail. Now we hope this forecast doesn't put too much of a damper on your weekend, so let's go ahead and take a look at our 3-day forecast and see if we can't sneak in some sunshine. Tomorrow, Friday, we have a high of 63 degrees with a low of 45 and winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Saturday, the sun's going to sneak out a little bit for the afternoon, so we can have some outdoor activities with a high near 59 and a low of 46. And then on Sunday, the sun's going to come out again, and we will have a high of 65 and a low of 51. Ashland University, keep your umbrellas nearby. Now let's toss it over for sports with Brian Vale.
Thanks, Michelle. Let's get right to the spring action. Tuesday at Findlay, the Eagle baseball team swept a doubleheader. AU won the first game 16-12 in 8 innings. Ashland took an early 7-1 lead, but the Oilers fought back to tie the game at 12 through 7 innings. The Eagles put together 4 in the 8th, and then Josh Davidson closed out the contest to pick up his 5th win of the season. He threw 3 hitless innings. Casey Jerse had 5 hits and 2 RBIs to lead the offense, which collected 19 hits on the day. In the second game, Ashland took an 11-9 decision as Davidson hit a home run and had 4 RBIs. Ben Menard got his 6th win of the season, pitching the last 2 innings of the game. The Eagles will host Wayne State for doubleheaders Saturday and Sunday at Donges Field. Sunday at Brookside Park, the Lady Eagles softball team faced Gannon. In the first game, the Knights and the Eagles were at a standstill for 3 innings as the pitchers controlled the game. In the 4th, Gannon hit a 2-run home run to go up 2-0. And in the bottom of the inning, Angie Westenkircher homered to put AU ahead 3-2. The Knights got to Jamie Williams in the 6th, however, scoring 4 runs, and that was enough as Gannon went on to win 7-4. Williams allowed 11 hits and 7 runs. Jen Alderson went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. In the second game, the Knights shut down the Ashland offense. AU took a 3-0 loss as Gannon scored 3 runs in the first off Samantha Hendricks, and that was enough. Gannon starter Jen Kulik gave up 3 hits in her 7 innings of work. Hendricks allowed 9 hits and 3 runs in 5 2/3 innings. The AU softball team is now 27-14 and 9-7 in the GLIAC. They will play at Hillsdale and at Wayne State this weekend. The Ashland University outdoor track and field team was in competition this past weekend as they traveled to Cincinnati for the All-Ohio Championships. Both the men and the women's teams had individuals placed in the top 5, and in the end, the men ended up finishing 5th and the women placed 9th. The men's team ended with 80.5 points as they had 3 first-place finishers. Kibwe Johnson won the hammer throw and the discus throw, and Brian Vickers won the shot put and placed 4th in the discus. Brian Ryman placed 2nd in the 400-meter dash, Max Hiltner was 4th in the 1,500-meter, and Dan Tierney was 4th in the pole vault. The women's team finished with 37.5 points. Their top finisher was Jen Tinney as she placed 2nd in the shot put and 4th in the hammer throw. The 5th-place finishers on the women's side were Kylie Sekulich in the 400-meter hurdles, Jen Pacucci in the triple jump, and Lisa Roth in the heptathlon. The golf team was in action, and Ashland's Sean Reed placed 4th in the Great Lakes Regional Golf Tournament at Lock Haven Country Club in Alton, Illinois over the weekend. Reed shot a 145. Wayne State finished 1st among the 19 teams at the event. The Warriors had a team score of 574. AU was 13th with 610 strokes. In the GLIAC competition hosted by Mercyhurst, the Eagles women's golf team played fairly well and finished in 5th place. Ferris State won the crown with a score of 928. AU's team score was 1030. Ashland's top scorer was Stacy Stutz, who tied for 17th as she shot a 254. Megan Marks was 20th, shooting a 256. The Eagles will play at the NCAA Regionals next weekend. Now, it'll still be several months before the first kickoff, but the AU Eagles are already hard at work. TV2's Chip Whipple has a preview of this season's Ashland University football team.
Come up, there you go. Ball. Get the ball.
The AU football team hit the field this spring looking to rebound from last season's 4-6 result.
Of course, we played maybe the toughest schedule in the country, and I'm not making excuses. I don't think we were prepared for that kind of schedule. I don't think we were tough enough, and I don't think we played together well enough.
Spring practice is a chance for players to refocus their energy on football.
Offense is looking good. Defense is scrambling around. Everybody's doing what they got to do.
And Coach has been talking a lot about commitment. Everybody's been committed this spring, and just got to keep it going.
These practice sessions give the players the opportunities to impress the coaching staff.
Yeah, we think John Schroeder's really jumped out and done a nice job for us. I mean, he's going to be a senior tailback, and we're really expecting big things from him. Luke Busen, a senior outside linebacker. Luke's had a couple really good years and put up some big numbers.
The Eagles will get a chance to show what they learned at spring practice by finishing off with their annual gold versus purple game here at Community Stadium on Friday, April 27th.
It's a great atmosphere. Everybody gets a little more pumped up. It's under the lights. Get a little crowd. It's not too big, but we get a crowd, and it gives us a chance to run around as fast as we can and hit each other and see what everybody's got on the team.
This year's spring practice is giving the coaches a reason to smile.
And really look forward to the next season and just feel as though we're going to do a whole lot better job this next year facing that tough schedule than we did last year.
The team is really buzzing and can't wait for football season. Reporting for Ashland Tonight News, I'm Chip Whipple.
Hello and welcome to 5 Women Wearing the Same Dress. You remember the last time you went to a wedding? Do you remember who it was? Do you remember if you liked them? Do you remember if you didn't like them? Do you remember if you were bored? Do you remember what the bridesmaids were wearing? Well, here, today, we're going to get to see the inside workings of a wedding, what women really think, what they really think of the bride, what they really think of the dress, and everything else in between.
Shotgun. It's a nice day to start again.
Enjoy the show.
White wedding. It's a nice day to start again.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste. That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I brush twice a day, every day.
Oh, here's that nice dentist, Dr. Benchley.
Yep, he showed me how to floss.
Why are your teeth blue?
I use my mouth guard whenever I play sports to protect my smile.
And visit the dentist regularly.
Remember, brush twice a day and floss once a day.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. Log on or tell your tax preparer to e-file for you and join the 53 million e-filers who consider it done.
Welcome back. I'm Margaret Lute. The school year may be winding down, but things in Hollywood sure are not. It was announced yesterday that Rosie O'Donnell will be leaving ABC's The View. According to E! she is leaving due to contract issues, not her much-publicized feud with Donald Trump. On her time on the show, O'Donnell said, "This has been an amazing experience and one I wouldn't have traded for the world." In other news, Heather Mills was kicked off Dancing with the Stars earlier this week. Mills is the first contestant to compete with an artificial limb. She is also known for her marriage to Beatle Paul McCartney, whom she is in the middle of a nasty divorce from. In music news, Avril Lavigne scored her second #1 hit as her third album, The Best Damn Thing, Bows on Top. The album sold 286,000 copies in the U.S., according to Billboard.com. Coming in second was 9 Inch Nails' sixth studio release, Year Zero, which sold 187,000 copies. Third place went to the Now 24 compilation, selling 68,000 copies. Now that's all I have. Now back to you, ladies.
Well, thank you, Margaret. This weekend is Spring Fest, so there are lots of great things going on. I know Cab has worked hard putting some things on for all of us, so make sure you come on out and enjoy all the festivities.
Yes, absolutely. And we would just like to remind everyone that on Monday, April 30th, this coming Monday, the bookstore buyback days start. So if you want some fast cash, take those books that you are done using for the semester and sell them back to the bookstore.
I know, we could all use that.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's used books for next year.
Yeah. Along with that, extended library hours started last week, so now the library is open until 2 a.m. every day until the end of the semester. Now all you study bugs have some place to go.
That will be neat. And finals start in about 2 weeks on Monday, May 7th and run through Thursday, May 10th. And to kickstart finals week, RHA is putting on late night breakfast, as always, on May 7th at 9 p.m. in combo. Good luck to everyone during that time. I hope it's not too stressful.
Right.
And graduation.
12 school days from now.
I'm a little scared about this.
Yes, I agree with you. 12 school days.
And you know, for 4 years, I've just been waiting for graduation to come, and now it's almost here, and I'm pretty much in tears. So. Well, that about does it for this year's Ashland Tonight News. We would just like to thank our instructors, Gretchen Dworsnick and Colleen Tennant, for all their help with the newscast this year.
That's right. And also, following the instructors come the seniors, the super seniors. Our director, Diana Capdana, you, Michelle Flora, Megan McCollins, Andrew Goldsworth, Travis Apple, Aaron White, and myself. I just want to wish all of you guys luck in the future, and I want to let you know that it has been a great 4 years here in TB2.
So fun. Good luck to everyone.
Yep.
Well, we hope you all have a great and safe summer. Be sure to tune back in when the 2007-2008 school year has commenced.
Hey, have a great night, everybody.
Good night.
That's